Welcome to World News Today. Today's story comes from Kyiv Post. Russia warned the West on Tuesday that Moscow would be very tough if the United States and European Union seized hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Russian assets. After President Vladimir Putin sent troops into Ukraine in 2022, the United States and its allies prohibited transactions with Russia's central bank and finance ministry, blocking around $300 billion of sovereign Russian assets in the West. The EU on Monday adopted a law to set aside windfall profits made on frozen Russian central bank assets, it said on Monday, in a first concrete step towards the bloc's aim of using the money to finance the reconstruction of Ukraine. This is theft. It's the appropriation of something that doesn't belong to you, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova told Sputnik Radio, TASS reported. Zakharova said the response from Moscow would be extremely tough, as Russia felt it was essentially dealing with thieves. Considering that our country has qualified this as theft, the attitude will be towards thieves, Zakharova said, not as political manipulators, not as overplayed technologists, but as thieves. Russia has said that if its property is seized, then it will seize US, European, and other assets in responses. Russian President Vladimir Putin's suggestion of a ceasefire in Ukraine to freeze the war was rejected by the United States after contacts between intermediaries, 3 Russian sources with knowledge of the discussions told Reuters. The failure of Putin's approach ushers in a third year of the deadliest conflict in Europe since World War II and illustrates just how far apart the world's 2 largest nuclear powers remain. A US source denied there had been any official contact and said Washington would not engage in talks that did not involve Ukraine. Putin sent signals to Washington in 2023 in public and privately through intermediaries, including through Moscow's Arab partners in the Middle East and others, that he was ready to consider a ceasefire in Ukraine, the Russian sources said. Putin was proposing to freeze the conflict at the current lines and was unwilling to cede any of the Ukrainian territory controlled by Russia, but the signal offered what some in the Kremlin saw as the best path towards a peace of some kind. The contacts with the Americans came to nothing. A senior Russian source with knowledge of the discussions in late 2023 and early 2024 told Reuters on condition of anonymity due to the sensitivity of the situation. A second Russian source with knowledge of the contacts told Reuters that the Americans told Moscow, via the intermediaries, they would not discuss a possible ceasefire without the participation of Ukraine, and so the contacts ended in failure. Thanks for watching this video. The sources can be found in the description below. Subscribe for more daily news from across the world.